Alright, I want to talk about why I think a base kit BT will actually be good for the game. Now, I have a list of few things that why it's good, and a list of few things what they should change if they're gonna make a base kit. So, here's why I think it's gonna be good. New players are gonna have an easier time. Now, the devs have already shown that they care more about the new player experience, which of course that's important for the game. So newer players can keep playing and they don't leave so early. Because if new players come in the game and only play for 5 minutes because the game is hard or takes too long to get into the game or something, they're not gonna want to play the game. So they want newer players to have a much easier time, which of course this will do it. Most newer killers don't know about most newer killers are gonna tunnel for sure. Then they're gonna see it as they're not gonna think too much about it. So this will help newer players, to last longer in the game and want to actually play the game much more. Now, second thing is it would be a boost, or not a boost, it would be a buff to solo queue, which is a good thing. That's not a bad thing. You should buff solo queue so that if you buff solo queue, then they can, nerf survivor to match kind of like the killer's level, whatever. That could be good because solo queue is the weakest thing right now, and you want to buff that. So buffing this would be good because if you're in a situation where you don't know what perks your teams have, and they don't have BT and you just get tunnel, well, that sucks. So having a base kit BT is good because it's guaranteed that if your teammates unhook you, you'll most likely be fine or have a chance to escape or something. So this won't be so bad. Those are two good things that don't sound too bad. Now, of course, if it can't just be regular BT because it'll be kind of annoying to go against. So the way I think they should do this, some little changes that they should do, is if the killer is actually like hardcore camping or kind of proxy camping or near the hook for some reason, the timer should be longer, so that if the killer does decide to kind of go after them, they have a much longer time of the endurance effect and they'll be fine, which I think is a fair thing, to be honest. I don't think that's too crazy to ask for. The longer timer will be good. Now, if they're not near the hook, right, the timer should be shorter because they're not being tunneled or nothing. The killer needs to actually get close by. Now, it shouldn't be based on the terror radius. It should be based on the killer's precision. Would make more sense because killers like Pig and Rave could abuse that like they did before. So if they're not near it, the timer should be shorter. Now, another thing is if you do hit the survivor BT and you do leave it alone, because in some situations, survivors are going to use BT just to body block and it's not really anti-tunnel, right? So I think the men time should be longer, so that if they do body block, right, they have to men longer if they do manage to get away and you continue to go after the other person. I think that's fair. I think those are a few things that the changes should be. Let me know what you guys think, if you think base kit BT is a good or bad thing, and what's your reasoning for it. So if you like this video, leave a like, and peace out.